Recognize the Director of the FBI, Kash Patel.
Thank you so much, members of the committee. Thank you, Chairman. Thank you, Ranking Member, and all the committee, subcommittee members. It's truly an honor and a privilege to sit here as the 9th Director of the FBI. It is something that was quite unimaginable to me growing up as a child. And as I sit here, I'm humbled by listening to you and your colleagues yesterday, and both looking forward to our conversation today. President Trump has set new priorities and a focus on federal law enforcement. I'm here today in full support of the President's budget, which reprioritizes and enhances our mission of law enforcement and national security. We're fighting for a fully funded FBI because we want a fully effective FBI. We want an FBI in support of the President's budget that puts law enforcement, fighting violent crime, and national security first, and that does only those things and nothing else. We have, in my approximately less than 3 months there, I have sensed a renewed vigor within the men and women in the FBI, both at the 1811 status, IAs, SOSs, and across the country and around the world. A few quick highlights since I became the 9th Director. We've taken 3 of the FBI's most top 10 wanted fugitives in the world, 3, and apprehended them from around the world, to include terrorists, gangbangers, and those who wish to do more harm to our children than any other criminal on earth. We've joined with our interagency partners around the country in many of your home states to detain and arrest violent fugitives and criminals who are pouring fentanyl into our country, committing gang violence, and robbing our banking systems with high levels of fraud. We have also partnered with folks down in states like Florida to seize just a few weeks ago 20 metric tons, that's 44,000 pounds of illicit drugs, mostly cocaine. We kept $500 million worth of narcotics off the street in that one seizure alone. We've also reprioritized, or it's a priority of mine, to go after those with the full force of the FBI that harm our children. Just yesterday, we announced the summary successes of what we call Operation Restore Justice. In the last month, we targeted any individual in this country who is harming our children through extortion rings, through sex trafficking, or through other violent criminal activities. In the last month, we've arrested over 400 individuals committing violent crimes against our children. As I stated yesterday with the Attorney General, if you harm our children, you will receive no sanctuary. Just this last week, we arrested over 200 violent criminals effectuating acts of violence against our children, and we will not stop. Operation Restore Freedom has just started. We need to double down on other criminal threats as well, to include national security. Our foreign adversaries, foreign spies, are infiltrating our networks and our cyber technology capabilities. We need to bolster those capabilities and bolster the toolkit that the men and women have to augment and protect this nation. Foreign and domestic terrorists plotting against innocent Americans must always remain a high threat priority, and we are vigilantly watching that, and we will not diminish our capabilities on that front. The operational tempo that the agents and analysts and SOSs and support staff at the FBI put in every day is truly awe-inspiring. We have forensic examiners, we have linguists, we have computer scientists, we have people translating languages from around the world 24/7 just so we can digest and get to you, the elected members of the United States Senate, the information you need to help us achieve our mission. One of the shining examples of our mission is our Joint Terrorism Task Force, which is situated in all 55 field offices across this country. Having worked in our Joint Terrorism Task Force on a lot of the terrorism cases I handle, it is one of the most effective ways to combat our nation's biggest threat. Another example, modeled after the Joint Terrorism Task Force, that I have focused on is countering narcotics, because I believe it is the bedrock of what allows these narco traffickers to commit such heinous acts of violence in America. Our Counter Coordination Fusion Cell out in Arizona, also known as the Southern Border Intelligence Center, has been fully staffed for this mission set alone. And it doesn't just cover the Southwest. It's there because of its geography, but it covers the entire mission. Under my leadership, we have put internal processes under the microscope, and we have streamlined operations. We've also looked at duplicative contracts and found that there are FBI contracts that pay multiple folks to do the exact same thing. So we're trying to eliminate waste, fraud, and abuse on our own. I'll speak to the the redeployment of assets during the question and answer period here today, but I just want to make sure and leave you with this. Building the infrastructure and the future of the FBI is just as important as building the manpower of the FBI and keeping it going. And I want to work with you as I navigate through my first appropriations process, and will highlight to you that I am not the expert on it, but I need your assistance and we need your support at the FBI. The men and women there deserve it, but more importantly, the men and women of America need it. Thank you.